Hello and welcome to Grade Up. Yes, today we are here for analysis of All India Free Live Mock Analysis. Yes, I hope so everyone attended the mock very well. Please join the session. We are going to quickly review the questions of mock. Okay. Actually, the students, these mock analysis is very important because every exam which you give, you should have a proper analysis with what are the mistakes that you committed. You have to avoid those mistakes in the real examination. Arun Kumar, how can I purchase? You can go to Grade Up app section. Okay, in that there is a classroom beneath. Okay, at the corner side, rightmost corner, and from that you can purchase our course. Okay. So the classes are classes are going on, and from 28th I think that the schedule is out. From 28th the examination will be conducted of CBT-2. So let us quickly review that what was the pattern that Grade Up gave you in the mock analysis. Okay. Where is Shantanu sir? I am sorry that I don't know that where he is right now. Okay. Hello everyone. Good evening. Okay. Good evening. Let's begin the mock analysis of ECE, electronics and allied branches. Should we begin the session? Should we begin the session? Yes. Good evening everyone. Now let us go to the analysis of this. I don't think that the price of the paid test, paid class will go down right now. Okay. Now, my dear friends, as everyone knows that CBT-2 examination technical is comprising of 100 marks. 100 questions. General awareness is of 15 marks, 15 questions. Physics and chemistry generally will be of 15 marks, 15 questions. Okay. This computer application also 10 marks, 10 questions. So total 150 marks you have to get. Okay. Total 150 marks, and you have to score maximum in this 150 marks. I just want to say you that if you have got 110 plus, then you will be on the safe hand side in the CBT-2 examination. So please prepare well and try to score this 110 plus marks in the CBT-2 examination to ensure your selections over there. Okay. Okay, for the upcoming examination, Sadagopan, you will be told shortly. Okay, for the upcoming opportunities, you will be shortly intimated from the Grade Up app section. Okay, don't worry. How to prepare within 15 days, Sarvesh and everyone, those who have doubt that how to prepare within these 15 days actually are very crucial for your examination. So let us see that how these 15 days you have to analyze your performance. Okay. Where can I get the result of this mock? You will get the result of this mock, don't worry. First of all, let us analyze that what are the things that you were asked in the examination of this mock examination, and since the cutoff will be decided on the attempts of all of you. Ask irrelevant questions. You are a good teacher, but that will make you discomfort and get out of the concepts. Yes, Abhay, now let us go to the main concepts, don't worry. If you are not able to cross 100 marks in mock, don't worry, practice as 15 days are remaining. Much time is remaining for you all now also, so don't worry. My dear friends, avoid negative marks because 0.33 marks is a negative marks, and I just want to say one thing that in the main examination 0.1 marks will also be counted. Okay, so avoid negative marking. Now let us go to the analysis of the video. That why what was the analysis of this mock and why this analysis is important from you. From your point of concern, I want to tell you that electronic components and materials, 6 questions were given in the mock, and my dear friends, 6 questions were relevant questions. Okay, all the questions were very relevant from the examination point of view. Okay, EDC will be asked as such, that is 15 questions. About maybe in EDC 10 to 15 questions will be there in electronic devices and circuits that you will be asked. 10 to 15 questions again from digital circuits. It is a very good weightage that is asked in every JE examination. EDC and digital circuits are very important for any examination of electronics and allied branches. Okay. Linear integrated circuits, about op-amp circuits, again 8 questions were asked in the mock, which is also a good weightage. Okay, 6 questions from microprocessor and microcontrollers. Yes, about 5 to 7 questions from microprocessor and microcontrollers can appear in your main examinations. Okay, one class on DCN, it will be conducted, don't worry. Electronic measurements, again at least 10 to 12 questions, or you can say 5 to 10 or 8 to 10 questions are very oftenly asked in the measurements. You can't go with without learning measurements, you can't go to the examination. Okay, communication is often asked, like FM, AM, all these are very important questions from communication systems. Okay, data communication and networking, about internet working, OSI model, these questions are asked in your examination. For those of you who have not got selected, please don't worry, please don't worry. The person sitting in front of you is a person who has tasted 42 failures in life. I failed in 42 exams, but I got selected afterwards. Okay, let the saturation come, study hard, let the saturation come. Apna time aayega, your time will come and you will get selected in every examination once you achieve a threshold. Okay, don't worry students, don't give up. Don't give up is the main thing. Okay, computer programming also, at least 5 to 7 questions will be there in your examinations. Basic electrical engineering, that is network theorems, that will be asked in your examination. Okay, general awareness, and these are actually fixed. So can you see the weightage that was decided in the mock? It will be exactly the replica. Actually, the main examination will be the replica of this. So the distribution that was done in grade up mock is very perfect, that I want to say you follow this thing. Okay, now let us see that the total number of attempts, that how many of you attempted. Okay, how many of you attempted was 1566 students, those who attempted this live mock test, all India mock test. So it is very clear that the students who got from 108 to 150 was 0. It means that the paper pattern was bit high. Okay, we actually this is JE level. Okay, but at grade up we want you always to prepare for the worst case, so level was here. Okay, the course will be available for your access till December. Okay, don't worry. I got 87 marks in but not selected in CBT-2. Don't worry, because see, your technical knowledge is the thing that you have to carry. Okay, CBT-1 was actually a non-technical, so it might be possible that you are not good in non-technicals. I was also not good in non-technicals, so it might be possible that you are not good at non-technicals, so you may land into trouble in the main examination or such examinations. Okay, so don't worry. My suggestion to you all who have failed in CBT-2 or who have failed in CBT-1 but have a good technical knowledge will be wait for the next examination and prepare well. Okay, 93 to 108, 16 students were there. My dear students, see that from 73 or you can say 75 plus marks, there were good number of students, and this is what is the total number of vacancies if you see as a whole. Okay, if you see as a whole, okay, then these students, those who have got 75 plus, okay, they are actually competing for the main examination. Okay, they are actually competing for the main examination. For those of you all who have got 391, you should actually push yourself to get 85 plus, at least 85 plus. Okay, all these students, those who are lying in this section, okay, from up to 60 marks, okay, I don't think that it was a negative mark, -12 to -20, because I think that you have not attempted the test wisely. You have just given it in a random way. Okay, Kalimullah, I think that we discussed it earlier also, that communication system will be started from 1st of September. Kalimullah, communication system for the gate will be started from 1st of September. Follow grade up, you will get your queries cleared. Okay, My dear friends, no, actually you cannot attempt mock now because I think that it is closed. You can actually see the questions that appeared in the mock by the PDF that will be provided to you. So my dear friends, now let us go to the questions. Okay, now let us go to the questions that were asked in the I got through pre but not getting good marks in electronic mock. I am from CSE background. Okay, if you are from another background and trying yourself in the EC and allied branches, it might be possible that your score is low. But since it is a high time, I would like to say that don't give up. At least what you have learned till now, just consolidate it. I am selected for CBT-2. Okay, it is good that you are selected. Congratulations to all of you, those who have been selected in the CBT-2. Okay. Now let us look at these questions. Yes, now let us look at these questions. My dear friends, are you all ready to do the analysis of GATE, this live mock test with me? So let us discuss the questions. Are you all ready to discuss the questions? Yes, I congratulate all of you, those who have been selected in this examination of CBT-2, that is second tier. And my advice to those of you who have failed is never give up, for the best is yet to come. Okay. I will give you the preparation strategy, don't worry. I will give you the preparation strategy. My dear friends, the question on your screen is question number 1. Let us begin with the discussion of these questions. Are you all ready? Please. Yes. To reduce the earth capacitance of a transmission line, it means that earth capacitance of a transmission line means there is an underground transmission line. Okay. Underground transmission line over which a coating of insulator is done. Come on everyone, please join the session for question discussion. Yes. Sir, please, I didn't reach the cutoff of 4 posts. Okay. For all those of you who have missed your targets, please don't give up, will be the thing which I can say right now. Marks will be shown to you, dear students. Marks will be, means you will be intimated for the marks later. I don't think if the marks are not given also, actually it was qualifying. So no need to get into the marks. You are qualified. It was qualifying in which marks was not having any weightage. Weightage will be of CBT-2. So please focus on CBT-2. Okay. Yes, let's continue the MCQ questions. My dear students, please. So to reduce the earth capacitance, my dear friends, see, this is an insulation. Okay, there may be some leakage charge that will present. Okay, that may be some leakage charge that is present. So due to this leakage charge, don't you think that this core is carrying some current, having a positive voltage, and there may be some leakage charge on the insulator? Due to this, there is a capacitance that comes into picture. Okay, there is a earth capacitance that comes into picture, and this can be avoided by using guard rings. Actually, to avoid the insulation breakdown, guard rings are used, which minimizes the earth capacitance of the transmission line. I got 62 marks, but the cutoff of 4 posts are more than 62. Okay, what can you do now? Actually, the exams are over. आपका वश तब तक था जब तक एग्जाम था. Now you have given the examinations. You are waiting for your means results. So you can't do nothing now, na. If you are failed in that examination, it's better to look at the new opportunities coming rather than sitting and crying and lamenting at the old opportunities which you missed. Okay. Yes, come on, join the session. Should we discuss the questions, or we are here to discuss the selected and all those criterias? Yes, 14 days apart there is an exam of CBT. means CBT-2 will be conducted. So we should discuss the questions as much as possible. Daisy Kumari, talk in Hindi. Actually, I think that grade up follows a standard communication language as English, so that all the people, entire pan India, okay, can impart knowledge. Okay, I'm sorry, but I can use Hindi bit, but not in full. Okay, but not in full throughout lectures. So let us begin the session. Pin type insulator is mostly subjected to which type of mechanical stress? Pin type means that the insulation is very thin. Insulation will be very thin. If it is a very thin insulation, then it can be more susceptible to twisting stress. If you twist, it will break. So pin type insulator is mostly subjected to twisting stress. Okay, it is mostly subjected to twisting stress. The ability of the material to remain magnetized even after the removal of magnetizing force is. My dear students, please look at the BH curve. Here it was B, here it is H. This BH curve started from this and it was like this. Okay, this is retentivity. The amount of magnetization that a magnetic material is holding after the removal of the applied magnetic field. The applied magnetic field was H. It has been removed, means H has been 0. Then what is the amount of magnetization that is holded in the magnetic material? This is what? This is retentivity. So retentivity is the ability of the material to remain magnetized after the removal of magnetizing force, that is H. So this point shows you retentivity, and this point shows you coercivity. The amount of magnetic field that must be applied in the reverse direction so that the magnetization of the material is 0. Okay, magnetization inside a material is 0. It is coercivity. This peak is saturation magnetization. Okay, what is the unit of reluctance? Reluctance is same as resistance in electrical circuits. Okay, reluctance is MMF, magnetomotive force, upon flux. MMF is N into I, number of turns into current. Okay, and flux is Weber. It is ampere turns per Weber. Okay, reluctance is the opposition offered by a magnetic material to the magnetic flux. Reluctance is the opposition offered to by a magnetic material by the magnetic material to the magnetic flux. Okay, that has been set up. In impedance delay, the current element torque should be equals to the voltage element torque. My dear friends, if the current element torque will be different, it may be high or low from the voltage element torque, then what will be happening? Then the relay will not be operating successfully. So current element torque should be equals to the voltage element torque for the successful operation of relay. Otherwise it will always be tripped. Okay, dash of the electrolyte indicates the state of charge of the battery. Yes, color. Can you say by seeing the color of electrolyte whether the battery is charged or discharged? By mass, by viscosity? Yes, I want answers. Color. Okay, confidently saying color, but it is a wrong answer. It is specific gravity. And to measure that specific gravity, hygrometer is used. Okay, Yes. So specific gravity of the electrolyte measures the state of charge of the battery. Okay. Agam Gupta, if you are uncomfortable, please get out of this session. Okay. It means that you are the person who didn't score anything and you repent on the media, okay, on the social media, and waste time of the teacher. I'm not because of you, I'm because of those 39, those who are attending this session. In a PNP transistor, the majority carriers in the base are, okay, in the PNP transistor, the majority carriers in the base are, my dear friends, there is a PNP transistor. In the base, the majority is N-type. The majority is N-type. N-type means electrons are the majority carriers. Majority carriers in the base are electrons. So it will be electrons, correct option. Okay, it will be electrons. See, the majority current will be due to the holes, because holes from p-type will diffuse from emitter to collector. Majority current will be due to holes. Okay. But in N-type, the majority carriers are electrons in the base. Reduce all DC sources to zero is which step? You reduce all the DC sources to zero, or you replace it by using the internal resistance by when you are analyzing the AC equivalent model. When you are analyzing the AC equivalent model. See, my dear friends, AC biasing is done. Suppose there is a you have to analyze this amplifier. Okay, you have to analyze this amplifier. What we will do, this source of suppose VCC, you will make it ground. You will make it ground and analyze just by using this AC source into consideration. You are drawing the AC equivalent circuit of it. Okay. 7812 IC produces a regulated voltage of, my dear friends, remember one thing, 78 cross cross. It is actually, this cross cross is actually the regulated output that will be present. 78 stands for positive logic, okay, and 79 stands for negative logic. So if it is saying that 7812, it means positive 12 volt output will be present at the output. Yes, correct. A small collector current with zero base current is caused by the leakage current of the collector diode. Okay, in this case you will get IC equals to IC naught equals to IC B naught. Okay, it will be collector diode. The input impedance of the base increases. What is the input impedance? Input impedance is R equals to beta by GM. Beta is the gain. Beta is the gain. If beta increases, input resistance increases. Okay. So directly you can mark from here that if beta increases, then the input resistance will increase. Okay. Input resistance of base will increase. When JFET is cut off, the depletion layers are, yes, what is the case when JFET is in cut off state? The depletion layers are touching, conducting, touching. Please reply to such type of easy questions. Okay, all the questions were very easy and is relevant from your JEE level examinations. Okay, so you have to reply to all those comments. You have to say out. Yes. Self bias produces. What is a self bias circuit? What is a self bias circuit? Self bias circuit is like this. It produces a negative feedback. Yes, self bias circuit produces a negative feedback. Negative feedback is due to this. You take the output from this. Self bias circuit always produces a negative feedback. Okay. My dear friends, these are very standard questions that are asked. Self bias circuit produces a negative feedback, and you place a capacitor across the load, that is RE, to avoid loss of gain due to this RE resistance. Okay, a capacitance is placed. How is an encoder different from a decoder? How is an encoder? Encoder has, yes, the output of a decoder is binary code for 1:n input. Yes, is it correct? Output of a decoder is binary code. Actually, C option is correct. Output of an encoder is actually a binary code, because what you do in encoder, there are various pulses that are applied and you get a binary output code. Okay, so never confuse between encoder and decoder. Encoder has this many binary inputs. Okay, and the output is a binary code. It is encoded in the form of binary code. Okay, so n of the 1 outputs. When a logic circuit rejects an unwanted signal, this is termed as unwanted signal rejection. Means, suppose this was logic 0 volts, this was for logic 1, okay, and this level was set to 5 volts, suppose, and this noise or some unwanted signal was present at this phase. So is this noise? So the amount of rejection that can be offered by a logic is noise margin. Okay, at the initial stage of ROM, dash is used. I told you in the sessions that a ROM is designed by using a decoder. There is a decoder, okay, and a ROM is designed by using decoder, and here OR gate arrays are there. Okay, here OR gate arrays are there. So correct option will be decoder. Okay, a ring counter where the output is inverted and tied back to the input is, yes, a ring counter is like this. Suppose these are the flip-flops and the connection is like this. It is a ring counter. It is a D flip-flop, D2, D1, D0 are the inputs. Okay, and a same clock was applied, and the same clock is applied. What happens if you do one thing, that Q bar is connected? You do one thing, if Q bar is connected, then it will act as a Johnson counter. It will act as a Johnson counter. Okay, till it was connected to Q, it was ring counter, but when it is connected to Q bar, the complement will be connected, then it will act as a Johnson counter. Okay, at what condition the digital to analog conversion is made? My dear friends, see, for digital to analog conversion, if this value is positive, if VA is greater than VD, it means that this logic present here will be +1. Yes, this logic present there will be plus 1 because it is a comparator. If it is a comparator and the output is plus 1, AND gate having plus 1 and a clock, output will be clock. So for this to be logic 1 and for the clock to be counted by the binary counter, what should be the case? The case should be that VA should be greater than VD. VA should be greater than VD. Okay, so VA should be greater than VD for this case. Okay, please let me know if you are not getting it. I'll explain it again. Please let me know. Yes, is it clear to all? Is it clear to all? No reply means yes. Okay, calculate the CMMR of the op-amp which is having a common mode gain of 10 and differential mode gain of okay. What is CMRR? CMRR is common mode rejection ratio. Okay, it is the ability of the op-amp to reject the common mode signals. Okay, it is the ability of the op-amp to reject the common mode signals. And CMRR is common mode rejection ratio. It is AD differential mode gain by common mode gain. Ideally speaking, my dear friends, ideally speaking, it should be infinite. Ideally speaking, it should be infinite because ideally the differential mode gain should be infinite and common mode gain should be 0. Okay, but in this case the differential mode gain is given to you as this and common mode gain is given to be this. What is this value? 10 raised to the power 4. So do 20 log 10 raised to the power 4. You will get 80 dBs. Yes, correct. Narendra, correct answer. Bola, Animesh, Praveen Kumar. Thank you, Ashok. So let us go to next question. The non-inverting and inverting op-amps. I want that this question is actually not correct question. This question was wrong. Okay, leave this question. This question was irrelevant. Actually, this question has data insufficiency and it was wrongly managed from the content team. Okay. Yes, find V0 of the circuit shown below. Find V0 of the circuit shown below. My dear friends, this is the non-inverting node. This is the non-inverting node. Take it as V positive. Do one thing. V positive minus 4 by 1 plus V positive minus 6 by 1 plus V positive plus 3 by 1 plus V positive plus 1 by 1 equals to 0. Take the currents as outgoing currents and calculate the value of V plus from that place. What is V plus? Yes. What is V plus? Reply. Everyone please reply me what is V plus there. Please calculate. Yes. 6. V plus is coming to be 3 by 2. Yes, V plus is coming to be 3 by 2. It is 1.5. Now what is the value of V0? Can't you reduce all this to 1.5 volts and now find it as a inverting op-amp? It will be minus 4 by, yes, one plus RF by R, that is feedback resistance by the resistance in the adjacent arm into the non-inverting node voltage, that is 1.5. What is the answer? You will get 7.5 volts as the correct answer. Did you all understand it? Did you all understand it? My dear friends, any question from the op-amp, I would suggest you to go by KCL. Avoid unnecessary confusions. Go by KCL and it will be easy to adopt a universal solution. Okay, is it fine for you? Let's go to the next question. If an op-amp has unity gate bandwidth of 6 MHz, then calculate its gain at 10 kHz. Animesh, correct. Praveen, correct. Now let us come to this. My dear friends, gain into bandwidth. Gain into bandwidth is always constant for any amplifier. We in fact say that for an amplifier, the gain bandwidth product is a constant value. If it is a constant value, then gain, unity gain means gain is 1. What is the bandwidth? It was 6 megahertz earlier. But now the case is we have to find the gain in the second situation, and the bandwidth provided to you was 10 kilohertz. Yes, what will be the gain? 600? 600? Correct. Only 2 people are responding. Rest all correct. Dhanlakshmi, correct. Yes, Intel 8085 is a how many bit microprocessor? 8085 is a 8-bit microprocessor. 8086 may be used as 8-bit. It may be used as 16-bit both. Okay. 8-bit microprocessor 8085. But 8086 may be used as 8-bit as well as 16-bit microprocessor. Okay. The ending address of a 8-bit ROM is this. The starting address of it will be. Yes, my dear friends, first of all tell me 8 KB ROM. B. B answer. How many of you say B? And what is the logic you applied? Yes. $16. My dear friends, for counting the word length, let us come to this place. The ending address is given to you. To find the starting address, do one thing. 8 KB means 2 raised to the power 3 into 2 raised to the power 10. Okay, into 2 raised to the power 10. So it will be, to count the memory size, starting address and it is ending address, and in this there should be memory size. Did you all get it? Starting address minus ending address should give you the memory size. Yes, starting address minus the ending address should give you memory size. Yes. Now it is of 8 KB. If it is of 8 KB, then do one thing. A. How many of you say A is the correct option? Shravan, correct. 13 address lines will be there. Yes. My dear friends, see here. There will be 13 address lines. How? 2 raised to the power 3 is 8. 2 raised to the power 10 will be the size of memory into, there will be bytes. Okay, leave it. It will be bytes. So addresses of 2 raised to the power 13 means 13 address lines will be present. How to represent those 13 address lines? How to represent those 13 address lines? A15, A14, A13, A12, A11, A10, A9, A8, 7, 6 up to go to this level of A0. Okay. 13 address lines means that from this place you can have like this 0 0 0, all 0, and the next case can be all ones. So can you say that it can be represented as 0 0 0 0 F H2 1 F F F of H hexadecimal? Yes, the ending address is B72E H hexadecimal minus of 1 F F F of H. Find out, it will be 972 F of H. Okay, do hexadecimal subtraction and get the answer as 962 F of H. Hydrometer is the correct answer. Hydrometer. Okay, hydrometer is used to measure the specific resistance, specific gravity. Hydrometer is used to measure specific gravity. Okay. Yeah, actually it should be 972 F of H plus 1. Okay, it should be 972 F of H plus 1. Correct. Because memory size is always 1 greater than the starting and ending address. Memory size is always greater than starting and ending address. Okay. So it should be plus 1. Correct. And then you will get 973H. Okay. Now 8086 microprocessor is operated as, I already told you that 8086 microprocessor is operated as 8-bit as well as 16-bit both. Okay. .8255 is used to connect programmable peripheral. 8255 is actually programmable peripheral interface. It is used to connect the programmable peripherals to the microprocessor. Consider the following program: XRA of A. The contents in the accumulator will be, suppose you do in the accumulator the earlier content was 0011. Suppose it was 0011. You XOR with the same content, then what will be the result? You XOR with the same content, what will be the result? It will be 00. It means that XRA A will perform in accumulator, the contents will be 00 of H. Yes. Then adding 08H to accumulator will give you, A will store which value? It will store 08 of H now. So the correct option will be 08 of H. Okay. What is the purpose of DMA facility in the microprocessor? Why DMA is used? DMA is direct memory access. It is operated in two modes, cycle stealing mode as well as burst mode. DMA is used in two modes, that is cycle stealing mode as well as burst mode. To increase the speed of data transfer between memory and input output device, DMA is used. Okay, C option is the correct one. The output voltage of a thermocouple. My dear friends, output voltage of a thermocouple, suppose E or V, anything you take as EMF or a voltage V, it depends as S into del T. S is the sensitivity of the thermocouple, or a constant you say. It is a constant value, constant of thermocouple, and it is del T. Del T is actually the temperature difference. Del T is the temperature difference. So don't you think that now the output voltage of a thermocouple will increase with the increase in temperature? Yes, output voltage of a thermocouple increase with the increase in temperature. Which of the following is our primary transducers? What are primary transducers? In a primary transducer, I already told you in the transducer classes that in a primary transducer, the input is mechanical quantity and the output is also a mechanical quantity. input and output both are mechanical quantities. So correct option will be all of the above. Actually, all these are pressure transducers. They measure pressure in terms of displacement. Okay. Crippling error is actually wrong here. It will be creeping error. Creeping error in energy meter occurs due to compensation. It is overcompensation for the friction. It is कुछ ज़्यादा ही compensation friction का कर देते हैं हम of that aluminium disc that is rotating. Okay, due to which this creeping error comes into picture. That is when no load is applied, then also that disc is rotating. Okay. Now, the Wheatstone bridge is balanced. When is the Wheatstone bridge balanced? When the ratio of resistors on the other side of the bridge equals to the ratio of resistors on the one side. My dear friends, this is the Wheatstone bridge. Yes. In which condition you say that it is balanced? Z1, Z2, Z3, Z4. Suppose here a detector is placed. Bridge condition, it is Z1 by Z3 equals to Z2 by Z4. Resistance on the one side equals to the ratio of resistance on the other side. Okay. So it will be C option. A pattern displayed by the oscilloscope which has a steady characteristic is called. Yes. A pattern displayed by the oscilloscope which has a steady characteristic is called Lissajous patterns. And these Lissajous patterns are very important for calculation of frequency as well as phase. Lissajous patterns are very important for calculation of frequency as well as phase. Okay. The communication satellites have a bandwidth of 500 megahertz. There are 12 channels. In these 500 megahertz, each channel is of 36 megahertz bandwidth, and rest is control signal bandwidth. Okay, control signal and telemetry signals, tracking signals. Okay, how to remember these values? No need to remember, just remember one thing, that 500 megahertz is the bandwidth. In this 12 channels are present of 36 megahertz each. This you have to by heart. Okay. The type of radar in which transmission and reception both are done using same antenna is called, yes, monostatic. Monostatic means same antenna is used for transmission also. Yes, same antenna is used for transmission also, and same antenna is used for reception also. In bistatic, bi means two. One antenna is used for transmitting and other antenna is used for reception. In monostatic radar, same antenna is used for transmission as well as for reception, but in case of bistatic radars, two different antennas are used for transmission as well as reception purpose. Cross section of radar. What do you mean by cross section of radar? Yes. What do you mean by cross section? Like B option, scattering ability of the target. Yes, cross section of radar is actually, take this thing into consideration. This is a target. This is the target. If this target sends back or reflects back the signal into a particular direction, and the ratio of the signal in this direction, that is actually, those of you cross section of radar defines, the option will be B, the scattering ability of the radar in a particular direction. It will be B, the scattering ability of the radar in a particular direction. Okay, suppose this radar transmitted the wave to the target in this direction. Scattering ability of the radar will be to collect these scattered waves which are scattered in the which are scattered in the direction of radar. Okay, so it will be B option. Okay, which of the following is a disadvantage of FM? Demodulation of FM is complex. Yes, demodulation of FM is complex in nature. Used for short distance communication. Yes, as the frequency increases, what happens? Path loss increases. Path loss increases. What is path loss? Path loss is given by 4 pi d by lambda whole square is path loss. So don't you think that path loss is inversely proportional to the frequency square? Used for short distance. Demodulation is also complex because of PLL, phase locked loop. Okay, more bandwidth is required. Yes, more bandwidth is required, and all of the above. Okay, yes. The process of transmitting massive signal by changing one of its characteristics so that it can be retrieved properly at the receiver is called, yes, is called modulation. What is modulation? Modulation is a property in which one characteristic of a high frequency carrier is changed with respect to the change in amplitude signals, change in the amplitude of massive signals. Okay, it is called as modulation. In angle modulation, dash of the carrier is varied accordance to the amplitude of massive signals. In amplitude modulation, what is changing? In angle modulation, either phase or frequency both can vary. So it is option C, any of the A or B. Okay. Narrowband FM generator along with frequency multipliers, yes, are used for the generation of indirect generation of FM. It is a case of indirect generation of FM. Okay, it is a case of indirect generation of FM. पहले narrow band FM को generate किया, it has two side bands and then it is passed through a multiplier and then you get a wide band FM. So it is in this test scoring 75 plus is a very good score. In this test scoring 75 plus is a very good score. Okay. Narrowband FM is not used as is not known as AM. There is a difference in AM and narrowband FM. Hello everyone. There is a difference between AM and narrowband FM. In AM, both the side bands are in phase or they are in positive direction. They are having positive values. But in case of narrowband FM, the lower side band is out of phase by 180 degree. Okay, it is out of phase by 180 degrees. The IPv4 address is given as 168.0.0.1. This address belongs to, I already told you that IPv4 is actually a classful addressing mode. It is actually a classful addressing mode. Okay, what is classful addressing mode? Anyone? Yes. Classful addressing means that these there are some domains which are defined for different purposes. Like here, what we do 0 to 191, 192 to 0 to 1 minute. It is 0 to 127, 128 to 191, 191 to 223. 224 to 239 and from 240 to 255. It is class A, it is class B, it is class C, it is class D, it is class E. My dear friends, all these are unicast. This is multicast and this is experimental. Okay, this is reserved for experimental purpose. So 168 belongs to class B address. Okay, 168 belongs to class B address. IPv4 has 32-bit address. It has 32-bit logical address. Okay. The starting sequence of IPv4 is fixed at 10. See, at this place only, yes, at this place only, let us take a concept. It will be from 0 to 127, 128. Actually, there is a 8-bit address, my dear friends, there is a 8-bit address like this, 1. If you fix the first bit as 0, yes, if you fix the first bit as 0 and vary all the other bits, from 0 to 1, 0, 0, 0 to 1, 1, 1, 1, it will go to class A addressing. But if you fix the first 2 bits as 1, 0, it will go to class B. If you fix the first 3 bits like 1, 1, 0, it will go to class C. Okay. If you fix like this, it will go to class D. But if you fix like 1, 1, 1, 0, it will go to class E. Okay. So in this case, you are fixing, in the next case, you are fixing it to 1, 0. So it is a case of class B addressing. It is very important, and one of this means to classify the address will be there in your examination. Okay. So better to go through it. Dash layer is responsible for process-to-process delivery of data from host to host. It is transport layer is actually responsible for process-to-process delivery of data. Transport layer is important for process-to-process delivery of data. What is process? Process is a currently executing program is called process. The programs which are currently being executed is called process. Okay. Packet sniffing involves passive receiver. My dear friends, suppose here there is a transmitter, here there is a receiver, and here there is an intruder. Intruder means he is a passive receiver. He will not make any change in the received packets. The packets which the transmitter is sending to receiver, this intruder will not make any change in the packets, but in fact it will copy the packets and try to retrieve out the information. So it is a passive means packet sniffing, it is done. Packet sniffing, passive receiver is required. Okay, you are requiring passive receiver. Okay. Now data link layer takes the packets from, my dear friends, if you look at the OSI layer, if you look at the OSI layer, can you remember the OSI layer like this? Please don't touch Steve's pet animal. You can remember the OSI layer like this. Please don't touch Steve's pet animal. Okay. P is for physical layer, D is for data link layer, N is for network layer, T is for transport layer. Okay. S is for session layer, P is for presentation layer, A is for application layer. Please don't touch Steve's pet animal. Okay. It is means you can learn it by this. Okay. So data link layer, what the thing is, suppose it is an application layer. Below it will be presentation layer. Below it will be session layer. Below it will be transport layer. And here again you will get network layer. Again data link layer. Okay. And at the last phase you will get physical layer. Let us go through it. Encapsulation of upper layer is done by the lower layer. Data from the upper layer will be encapsulated by the lower layers. Data from upper layer encapsulated by the lower layers. Now tell me the answer. That data link layer is encapsulating the data, is encapsulating the packets of which layer? It is encapsulating the packets of network layer. It is encapsulating the packets of network layer. Okay. The data present here is called as segments. The data present here is called as packets. The data present here is called as frames. And the data present here is called as bits. Try to remember it. It is very important. It is very important, dear friends. Try to remember it. In the transport layer, the data is called as segments. In the network layer, the data is called as packets. In the data link layer, the packet is called as frames. And in the physical layer, data is in the form of bits. Yes, did you all get it? Should we proceed further? Answers? Should we proceed further? No answers? Don't want to reply? Yes. Common gateway interface is used to. Common gateway interface is actually, it is used to generate executable files from the web contents. Common gateway का use ये है कि remotely access the server. Common gateway, there is a device which remotely access the server and download the executable files. Okay, C option. Which multiple access technique is used by IEEE 302.11? 302.11, it is carrier sense multiple access with collision avoidance. It is carrier sense multiple access with collision avoidance. Okay. In a computer node, in a computer network, node can be, tell me, node can be delivering the data, node can route the data, and node can terminate the data. Like see this case, it is a transmitter or sender, and here there are different nodes. Here there are different nodes, and here you are having a receiver. Okay, so it is also a node in a network. It is also a node. It is also a node. All these are nodes in a network. So data can be routed, and all it is originating the data, it is terminating the data, and it is routing the data. Did you all get it? Yes. The comment on the following pointer declaration, my dear friends, see at this phase, it is int. Int means integer type declaration has been done for pointers. Integer type application has been done for pointers. It means PTR is a pointer, that is integer, and P will also be a integer. Okay, so both are integers. Okay, pointer and P both are integers. Okay, PTR is a pointer. PTR is a pointer. Okay, but this pointer is also integer. This is also an integer. So better to go with option B. That is both are pointer. Okay, yeah. Better to go with one. A option. Yeah. Better to go with option A. Okay. Star pointer. Yes. What are the advantages of arrays? Array is a type of data structure. Array is a type of data structure, and the advantages of array is it is a two-dimensional model. Array is a two-dimensional model to store the information. Okay, so it is easier to store the elements because it is considering the same type of data. It may be of integers, it may be of strings. Okay, it is used to implement stack and queues, convenient to represent matrices in 2D. So all of the above will be the correct option for the same. Okay. What is the difference? How will you differentiate between circular linked list and normal linked list? My dear friends, see, there is a data structure called linked list. Data is present here. It will be showing starting address, and it will show the address of next node. In this, it will show the address of this, and it will show the address of next node. In linked list, if it is a circular linked list, see at this place, it will point the address of this. In a circular linked list, it should point the starting address again. In a circular linked list, it should point the starting address again. Yes, If it was a linear linked list, it should have shown a null. That linked list is ended at this moment. Okay. So you may or may not have a next pointer to the null. Okay. C option. Go for C option. Dash provides a mean to manage large amount of data efficiently. Data structures. Data structures provides a means to manage large amount of data. Okay. In dash such references as pointers, size, memory locations. So it will be dynamic data structures. In dynamic data structure, data locations and memory programs can be changed while executing the data or while executing the programs. Okay. Which theorem assists in replacement of a impedance branch over the network by some other network comprising of without affecting the VI relationship of the entire graph? Yes. Substitution theorem. Substitution theorem. You can replace any element in a network by any other element as long as the VI characteristics are maintained. So it will be substitution theorem. Okay. Can I give you an example of substitution theorem? Suppose here there is a resistance and 2 ampere current is flowing through it and it is having 2 ohms resistance. So you can replace it in the circuit by 4 volt source. You can replace it by using 4 volt source. Okay. Faraday constant, Avogadro number and electronic charge are related by. Actually, Faraday constant you will be studying in batteries. Faraday constant shows you number of electrons in 1 mole multiplied by charge of 1 electron. It means Faraday constant will point out the charge held by 1 mole of electrons. Faraday constant will tell you charge held by or charge holded by 1 mole of electrons. Okay. Faraday constant depends upon, it is a universal constant because 1 mole N is fixed. Okay. And E, that is charge on an electron, is also fixed. Okay. The process that uses an electric current to reduce the metal cations so that they form a thin layer of coherent metal coating on electrode is called. Answers. Weber Goel, what do you want to know? A option, electroplating. Dash is a phenomena. Yes, dash is the phenomena in which a temperature difference between two dissimilar electrical produces a voltage. What is this effect? This effect is a Seebeck effect. When two elements such as copper and any other element, say take iron, are kept at different temperatures. Suppose it is a hot junction and here it is a cold junction. So there will be a EMF in this. There will be a EMF induced in this. This is Seebeck effect. Okay. Which one of the following is not true for Oersted experiment? Oersted experiment showed that if there is a linear current carrying conductor having uniform flow of current means steady current, DC current I, then the magnetic field lines encircle. Yes, magnetic field lines will be in this way. They will encircle the conductor. And yes, what will be the direction of field lines? The direction of the field lines can be found easily by using thumb rule. Suppose this is a current carrying conductor. Okay, grab your fingers, curl your fingers, holding your thumb should point the direction of current and curl your fingers. The curling of the fingers will tell you the direction of magnetic field. Okay. So magnetic field lines actually lie in the plane perpendicular to the wire. It is actually perpendicular to the wire, not parallel. Okay. If the direction of current is reversed, then the direction of magnetic field will also be reversed. Okay, the strength of magnetic field is directly proportional to the magnitude of current. Exactly true. Okay, the more amount of current flowing through it, the stronger will be the magnetic field in its vicinity. Okay, a transformer is used. Why a transformer is used? Please tell me. To transform electrical energy into mechanical energy? No. To transform AC into DC? Yes. Step down transformer is used to transform AC into DC. To obtain a suitable AC voltage? Yes. Actually, the correct option should be to obtain a suitable AC voltage. The correct option should be to obtain a suitable AC voltage. Okay. In the test it is given D, but it is not the correct option, because AC to DC conversion can be done without transformer also. There is no need to go for the transformers. Okay, there is no need to go for the transformers. Such close answers won't be there in your examination, but the priority will be option C. But in case of rectifiers, if we see, then step down is done, and after which filtering is done. Okay, diode rectification and all that is done. I would like to say you one thing, that in this case go with option C, that is to obtain suitable AC voltage. Okay, to obtain suitable AC voltage. It is more precise. It is the most precise answer. At the lower or upper cutoff frequency, the voltage gain is lower or the upper cutoff frequency. It is A max or A mid. So it is 1 by root 2 times of A mid. Mid band frequency gain is A mid, and 1 by root 2 is the gain at that upper or lower cutoff frequencies. So 1 by root 2 will be 0.707. Okay. If the power gain doubles, the decibel power gain is increased by, my dear friends, see, if it is talking about the power, take the ratio as 10 log P2 by P1. What the case is that the power is doubled, so it will be 2P by P1. Take the power P2 was doubled as twice of P1, so you will get 10 log 2. What is this 10 log 2? 10 log 2 is, how can you get C answer? Wrong. It will be B answer. 10 log 2 is 0.3. Okay. Now, if the voltage gain doubles, then the decibel voltage gain is increased by, in this case, see, in the case of voltage gains, we take 20 log. It will be V2 by V1. What is the value of V2? It will be twice of V1 by V1. Take this case as 20 log 2. Yes, now it will become 6 dB. Okay. The concept is the same, that in case of power you have to take 10 log, but in case of voltage and currents you have to take 20 log. Okay. If F equals to 1 megahertz, F2 equals to 10 megahertz, F1 by F2 represents how many decades? My dear friends, F1 by F2 equals to 10 raised to the power 6 by 10 equals to 10 raised to the power 5. How many decades are there? 10 raised to the power 5 means 5 decades are present. Okay, 5 decades are present. Determine the output waveform of this. Actually, in this way, it is a quite ambiguous question, and in this question, since the peak voltages are not defined, so I would like you all to discard this. Okay. Since in this question the peak input voltages are not mentioned, okay, wait, you have been provided with a curve. Yes, please, you have been provided with the curve. Now let us analyze by this voltage, the current input curve. The voltage input curve is given to you. My dear friends, if Vi is plus 15, see the case 1, my dear friends, if Vi is plus 15, this diode is on, means it is a short circuit. It is a short circuit, okay. It means that V output will be equals to V input, that is 15. So it may be option C by seeing this value 15, or it may be option D by seeing this value 15. Now let us see the negative voltage. What is this negative voltage? It is minus 10. If it is minus 10, then this diode will be off. So what will be the output that you will be getting? It will be 5 volts. This diode is off. This circuit can be seen as a different independent circuit. So can you say that it is option C? Yes. And did you all get it? Yes, my dear friends, did you all get this question? First take the positive peak, then take the negative peak and analyze those. No sir. Now let us see this question again. My dear friends, actually this one question of this type will be there in your examination. One question of this type will be in your examination. So let us focus on it. The voltage Vi will be plus 15 volts. First, assume that the voltage of plus 15 is present. So diode, here the voltage was 5, here the voltage is plus 15. So diode will be short circuited, ideal case, and V output will be exactly as V input. Yes, V output will be exactly as V input. So what you get? You get plus 15 volts. When V input is 15, V output will be 15. Yes. Navinath Gopal, your answer is wrong. Let us see here that why your answer is wrong. Now take the negative case of minus 10. If it is minus 10, this diode will be open circuited, okay, and this circuit can be seen separately. There is a reference voltage of plus 5 volt. Since this diode is open circuited now, so all this 5 volt will appear across the load which is placed here. So option will be C, correct. Okay. For a BJT, IB is 10 microamperes, alpha is 0.99. Then the value of IC will be, what is IC? IC equals to beta IB. What is beta? Beta is alpha upon 1 minus alpha into IB. What is alpha? It is 0.99 by 1 minus 0.99 into, what is IB given to you? 10 microamperes. Can you say that it is 0.99 by 0.1 into 10? B option, correct. It will be B option, correct. Okay. The value of both capacitance, both capacitor is 0.1 microfarad if both the resistors is 1.6 kilo ohms in Wien's bridge. It is Wien's bridge. Wien's bridge is used for measurement of frequency. Wien's bridge is used for measurement of frequency. Okay, and the frequency of oscillations, or the frequency of oscillation of the Wien's bridge is given by 1 by 2 pi root of R1, R2, C1, C2. Since both the resistors and capacitors are having equal value, you can write it like this, 2 pi RC, square root हटा देंगे, it will be 1 by 2 pi into R value is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power 3 into 0.1 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. Solve and get the answer. What will be its value? What will be its value? B. The ratio of DC output current and RMS output currents for the full wave rectifier is, yes, what is a full wave rectifier? What is a full wave rectifier? Full wave rectifier, the output frequency is twice of the input frequency of the sine wave. Yes, it is twice the input frequency of the sine wave. Now let us see the case. You have to calculate the DC output current. IDC will be twice Im by pi. Im is the peak. And what is RMS? IRMS equals to Im by root 2. So IDC by IRMS equals to twice by pi root 2. I guess that you will be getting the answer as 0.9. Yes. How many AND gates are required for 1:8 multiplexer? Actually, it should be 8:1 multiplexer. 8 cross 1 mux. Okay. 8 AND gates are required. Okay, the number of inputs to a mux will be equals to the number of AND gates required. It is 8 cross 1 mux, so 8 AND gates will be required. Okay, for 8 cross 1 mux. There are dash flip-flops in a 3-bit binary counter. My dear friends, please pay attention to this. It is a 3-bit binary counter. It is not a 3-stage binary counter or a mod 3 binary counter. It is a 3-bit binary counter. So 3 flip-flops must be required. 3 flip-flops must be required for a 3-bit binary counter. Okay. If it was saying that how many flip-flops are required for mod 3 binary counter, then your answer should be log 2 3. It will be nearly 2. 2 flip-flops are required for mod 3 counter, but for n bit counters the number of flip-flops required will be n. Did you all get it? Take a note at this place. For n bit binary counter, for an n bit binary counter, the number of flip-flops required will be n. How many flip-flops are required for the counter that will count from 0 to 255? 0 to 255, what is the mod? It will be mod 256 counter. Including 0 and 255, it will be mod 256 counter. If it is a mod 256 counter, the number of flip-flops required will be mod 2m. M is the number of mods, okay, number of states. M2 of 256, it will be 8. Yes. The duty cycle of the MSB from an 8-bit BCD counter is, my dear friends, if you see at the BCD counter, 0 to 9 is a valid BCD. 0 to 9 is a valid BCD code. 0000, 0001, 0010, 0011, 0100. My dear friends, if we look at the MSB, see, you have to focus on the MSB bits. If you look at the MSB, how many times the MSB is going 1? MSB is going 1 only twice. Only 2 clock cycles the MSB is 1, and the total number of clock cycles is 10. So what will be the duty cycle? It will be 20%. Yes, it will be 20%. The first group of bits 1101 is serially shifted rightmost bit first, okay, into a 8-bit parallel output shift register with an initial state of 0 1 1 1 0. It is in a register 1 1 0 0 1. It is to be shifted in this register. For the first clock, what will be the case? It will be 1 0 1 1 1, and this 0 will be thrown out of the register. Yes. For the next clock pulse, it will come. It will be 0 1 0 1 1, and again a 1 will be thrown out. Again this 0 will be coming in. It will be 0 0 1 0 1, and again a 1 will be out. So it is clock 1, it is clock 2, it is clock 3. Okay. So the answer will be C. Answer will be C. From a 3-bit binary counter, design using T flip-flops. The number of T flip-flops. See my dear friends, again a 3-bit binary counter. I already told you that for an n-bit binary counter, the number of flip-flops required will be n. For a 3-bit binary counter, the number of flip-flops required will be 3. Okay. How is the session? Boring? Yes, tell me. How is the session going on, dear friends? No answers? How many output does a full adder have? There is a full adder. Okay. One input is A, one input is taken as B, and one input is C in. The carry from the previous stage. But the output should be sum and carry only. What is sum? Sum is A XOR B XOR A XOR B XOR C. Okay. What is carry? A XOR B into C plus AB. It will be the carry expression. Okay. It will be the carry expression. A XOR B XOR C is the sum. A XOR B into C plus AB is the carry expression. So there will be 2 outputs of full adder. Okay. In a voltage regulator, which diode can be used as a constant voltage source? It means if it is talking about the voltage regulator, then can you remember that what is this diode called as? Yes, this diode is called as Zener diode. Good. This diode is called as Zener diode. Tunnel diode is used for oscillations, designing of oscillators. Okay. Pin diode is also used for oscillators. Normal diode is used for rectification. Zener diode is used for voltage regulation. Okay. The output of a phase detector is called as, my dear friends, there is a PLL, phase locked loop, and the output which is to be measured. Okay. The output which is to be measured, actually you can say that here there is VCO, voltage controlled oscillator. Okay. This output is actually error signal that is to be compared. This output is, pin diode is also used for oscillators, oscillation. Okay. Pin diode is also used for oscillator designing. Pin diode you are using in your photo detectors. pin diode you are using in your photo detectors. Okay. So it will be a error voltage. The time period of a monostable 555 multivibrator is, answers from you. What is the time period of it? D option, 1.1 RC, correct. Ideally, the output of a voltage of an op-amp is 0 when there is no input signal. However, practical circuits have a small output voltage. Yes. Saturation, wrong answer. My dear friends, see, if you have a voltage, suppose it is inverting, it is non-inverting terminal. For you all to make it remember easily, yes, please pay attention. For you all to make it remember easily, if the inputs are 0, 0, how are you going to remember it? Please, I have a trick for you all. If the inputs are 0, 0, the output V is given as OO, output offset voltage. OO means output offset voltage. For those of you who cannot remember this, if the inputs are given as 0, 0, output will be VOO, means it will be output offset voltage. Okay, but the suppose if some voltage is applied at the non-inverting or inverting node to make output 0, then it is VIO, input offset voltage, means the voltage that has been applied to make the biasing proper of the internal compensation of the circuitry of op-amp is done, so that output is 0. So in that case it will be input offset voltage. In this question it will be output offset voltage. If 0, 0 is applied at the input pins, output should be VOO, because take this thing now, common, hello, take how to memorize it. Input is 0, 0, it is 0, it is 0, it is 0, it is 0. Okay, memorize it like this. Two resistors with the values R1 and R2, then what will be the resultants? What will be the resultants? R1 plus R2 is 100 plus 200 equals to 300 ohms. This is R. Yes. My dear friends, what will be the combined error? What will be the combined limiting error of it? For the combined limiting error of it, you can calculate like this. It will be R1 by R into limiting error of first will be 2 plus R2 by R into limiting error of second will be 1. What is R1? It is 200 by 300 into 2 plus it is 100 by 300 into 1. 4 by 3 plus 1 by 3. Okay, what are you going to get? 5 by 3. 5 by 3. So it will be 1.66, correct option. Did you all get it? The power of a 3-phase 3-wire balance was measured by 2 wattmeter method. Then the reading of one wattmeter was found to be double of the other. What is the power factor? For this, power factor is given by tan inverse of root 3 P1 minus P2 upon P1 plus P2. Suppose one of the wattmeter is reading double of the other. One of the wattmeter is reading double of the other. Then can you have this case as P1 minus P2, say take it as P, and here it will be 2P. It will be cancelled out. It will be tan inverse root 3 by 2. Since you are provided with a calculator in your examination, you can do it easily. Okay. Since you will be provided calculators in your examination, So you can do it easily. Okay. Should I tell you the answer of this? Should I tell you the answer of this? It will be, yes, please look at this place. Hello. Actually in the denominator it will be 3p. If we take p1 as 2p, p2 as p power p, then it will be 3p and you will get as 1 by root 3. Okay. So tan theta equals to 1 by root 3, theta equals to 30 degree. So what will be the power factor, means what will be the value of cos theta? Of cos theta will be cos of 30 degree. Cos of 30 degree. Cos of 30 degree will be A option. Yes, Vibhav, I corrected it. It is 1 by root 3 now. 1 by root 3 now. Okay. If the capacitance of the coil is 360 picofarads, now if the frequency is doubled, if the capacitance is reduced to 22 picofarads, then what will be the self capacitance of the coils? My dear friends, self capacitance of the coils is means it is evaluated so as to avoid the resonance of the coils itself. So self capacitance of the coil is given as C1 minus n square C2 upon n square minus 1. Frequency is doubled, value of n will be 2. Frequency n is doubled, value of n will be 2. So can you say that it will be 360 picofarad minus 4 times of 22 upon 3? Yes. Okay, now calculate it and get your answers. Let's go to the next question now. If a piezoelectric crystal has a thickness of 5 mm, okay, thickness T is 5 mm, voltage sensitivity is this, pressure applied is this, then what is the voltage developed across it? Voltage equals to P into G into T. What is pressure? Pressure is 0.8 into 10 raised to the power 6. It is actually 10 raised to the power 6. Okay. What is the sensitivity? It is 0.05. What is the thickness? It is 5. Calculate and get the values at 200 volts. Okay. It is P into G into T. Voltage developed across a piezoelectric crystal is P into G into T. P is the pressure. G is the sensitivity of the crystal. T is the thickness of the crystal. Okay. Please mind the values. Okay. A strain gauge has a gauge factor of 3 and strain of 200 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. Find the change in the resistance. Strain gauge factor equals to del R by R upon del L by L. It is strain, it is change in resistance, it is gauge factor. So for finding change in the resistance, you can do one thing. It will be gauge factor into strain. What is the value of resistance provided to you? Value of resistance provided to you is 10 kilo ohms. What is gauge factor? Gauge factor is 200 into 10 raised to the power minus 6. What is gauge factor is provided as 3 and strain is provided as this. So calculate 10 raised to the power minus 6 and get the answers. What is the answer? 6. Answer is 6. If a metal has a resistance of 900 ohms at 20 degrees Celsius and has a temperature coefficient of resistance as this, calculate the resistance at 100 degrees Celsius. From this question, have one thing in mind, that resistance have positive temperature coefficient of resistance. Resistance, as the temperature is increased, the resistance value increases. Okay. At resistance at any temperature T is equals to resistance at temperature T naught 1 plus alpha times of del T, where alpha is the temperature coefficient. What is T? R at T naught is 900. It is 1 plus alpha is 0.003. Del T is 100 minus 20. It is 80. You haven't seen this type of questions in the previous examination, but actually this type of questions are there in various JEE examinations. So previously there was not much competition, but now the competition level has increased. So I request you all to please go through this. Okay. Yes, get the answers of this. What will be the answer of this? Solve and get. Okay. Solve and get the answer. The antenna current of the AM transmitter is 8 amperes. When only carrier is sent. Only carrier is sent means it is carrier current. IC. It is 8 amperes. But it increases to 8.93 amperes when carrier is modulated. It means when carrier is modulated means carrier plus sideband total current is 8.93 amperes now. Then what is percentage of modulation? Take a formula, IT equals to IC root of 1 plus mu square by 2. What is IC? It is 8 amperes. It is 1 plus mu square, you have to find out. It is 2 and it is 8.93. Yes. Can you say that after calculating mu, you got answer as 70.14 approximately? Since you are provided with the calculator in your examination, so such type of questions are expected in your examinations. Okay. A Fourier transform, it is actually a high level question for you. Okay, but it is a basic of Fourier transform that you use in your communication. It is XF, suppose XF, the inverse Fourier transform is XT, and if X plus F of F naught, the inverse Fourier transform will be e raised to the power minus j 2 pi F naught of t into XT. Option A will be correct. Okay, option A will be correct. It is frequency shift, it is frequency shifting phenomena. Yes. What is the minimum possible peak of AM signal? You have AC as 6, you have mu as 0.4, A min. My dear friends, if it is AM signal, it can be like this. After the envelope is like this, it is A max, it is A min. A min is this value. Okay. So A min equals to AC 1 minus mu. Mu is the modulation index. So what is AC? It is 6. 1 minus mu is 0.4. 6 into, it is 0.6. Value is 3.6 volts. Okay. Amit, how come 2.6? Amit, how come 2.6? It should be 3.6. If the total voltage of an AM wave is this and the modulation index is this, it is given to you in the question, then the carrier voltage before modulation is, my dear friends, same formula will move. VC is unknown to you. That net voltage will be VC root of 1 plus mu square by 2. What is VC? It is 5 it is unknown actually. Total voltage is 5.196. VC is unknown to you. It will be 1 plus what is mu square? 0.4 square by 2. Okay. Get the answer as C. Yes. In a microwave communication line of microwave communication works on line of sight 4.99, so go with option 5. Okay, option is 5. In a microwave communication, the height of transmitter and the receiver are given to you, and you have to tell that what should be the distance for the reliable communication or satisfactory communication. The formula will be 4.12 root of ht plus root of hr, where ht and hr are in meters. My dear friends, follow it. ht, hr are in meters, and this distance d is in kilometers. Okay, it will be 4.12. Root of ht is 5, root of hr is 8. It will be 4.12 into 13. 13 fours are 52. Approximately C option will be valid. Yes, approximately C option will be valid. Tell me. Tell me the answers, please. No one is responding. Few questions more after this session is over. Calculate the numerical aperture of the optical fiber which has core cladding interface. What is numerical aperture? Numerical aperture is actually the light collecting ability of the fiber. It is core. The light collecting ability of the fiber is numerical aperture. Okay. Numerical aperture is found using n1 square minus n2 square, where n1 is the core refractive index, n2 is the cladding refractive index. Optical fiber works on the principle of total internal reflection. Optical fiber works on the principle of total internal reflection. Okay, so give me the values. 1.6 square minus 1.5 square. What is the value that you are getting? Please tell me. What is the value that you will be getting? 53 is wrong answer. Always numerical aperture will be less than 1. Always and always numerical aperture will be less than 1. A option is correct. I am getting A answers. A option. Now, the propagation constant of a transmission line with impedance and admittance are shown to you. What is the propagation constant? It will be gamma. Impedance is 16, admittance is 25. 16 into 25, tell me. 420. Option C. Wait, in the previous question the answer mismatch is there. Few of you are confused. It will be option A. Try to verify your answers. Okay. Yes. Now see, this is a case of substitution theorem. 10 volt source, and what is the net resistance? R equivalent is 5 ohms. 2 ohms plus 3 ohms is 5 ohms. So what is the current in the circuit? It is voltage by resistance, that is 2 amperes. Okay, 2 amperes. Now can you replace this 3 ohm resistance with a voltage source V that has the value IR? I is current 2 amperes, R is resistance 6 volts. So option D will be correct. It is a case of substitution theorem where a element is replaced with its equivalent without disturbing the VI characteristics of the okay, without disturbing the VI characteristics of the circuit. The efficiency of a cell is 50 ampere hours, okay. It will give 0.5 amperes up to how many time? My dear friends, since efficiency is 50 ampere hours divided by 0.5 ampere, so how many hours should it be operating for? Yes, it should be operating for 100 hours efficiently. Yes. The transformer steps up an AC supply from 220 to 2200 volts. The secondary coil is known to you. How many turns are there in a primary coil? My dear friends, take this V2 by V1. V2 is the secondary voltage, V1 is the primary voltage, N2 is the secondary winding, and N1 is the primary winding. So V2 is 2200, it is 220, N2 is known to you as 2000. I want answers. N1 is this. So N1 will be 200. Is it clear? N1 will be 200. A hot plate of electronic oven is connected to a 220 volt line as two coil resistances A and B, each of 24 ohms, which may be separately used. First, go through each and every point of this question. It may be used separately, it may be used in series, or it may be used in parallel. What are the current in all the three cases? My dear friends, 220 volt voltage is applied across a electric oven having 24 ohms resistance. What is the current withdrawn? What is the current withdrawn? Is it 9 point something? Is it 9 point something? If they are in series, it is 220 volts, 24 volts plus 24 volts, it will be 48 volts, 48 ohms. Then what is the current drawn? It will be 4 point something. Again, if two ovens are connected in parallel, then the equivalent resistance will become half. Then it will be 220 volts connected in parallel by 12. Then what is the value of current? I equals to so you have to find the answers like this, okay. You have to find the answers like this. Everyone comfortable? Should we proceed? Yes, everyone is comfortable. 9.16. Should we proceed? Option A is the correct one. Option A is the correct one here, okay. Now let us see few more questions. The difference in energy used by 250 watt TV for 1 hour and 1200 watt toaster in 10 minutes. What is the difference in the energy? Yes, my dear friends, 250 watt TV was used for 1 hour, okay. So it is 250 watt hour energy was consumed in TV, and for toaster it is 1200 watt toaster. It was used for 10 minutes. Converted into hours. What the value you are getting? It is 200 watt hour energy used by the toaster in those 10 minutes. So what is the difference in the energy of TV and toaster? 250 minus 200. Is it 50? Is it 50? Yes. Look at this question. It is from nodal analysis. If this question you proceed from nodal analysis, it will be very easy for you all, okay. Now take it as node V1, take it as node V2. Now apply nodal analysis, okay. Nodal analysis says that V1 minus V2 by 3 plus V1 minus 0. The reference node is this. The reference node is this. V1 minus 0 by 2. I want answers. Please reply. V1 minus, this node current is taken, this branch current is taken, this branch current is taken. Take the leaving currents. Okay. It will be minus 2 plus 4 equals to 0. It will be your first equation. The second equation you apply with respect to V2. It will be V2 minus V1 by 3 plus V2 minus 0 by 4 plus, since both are incoming currents, take as minus 6 and minus 4 equals to 0. It will be second equation. Solve these two equations and get your results. Solve these two equations and get your results. I'll tell you the answer. Yes, Ajay Kumar, answer is A. Ajay, can I trust you? The answer is A. Tell me. Confident? A answer. Okay. Finally, we go with A answer. But in this case, the answer is C. V1 and V2. Get it clarified. Okay. Get it clarified. Don't confuse between V1 and V2. It is shown. It is given that V1 and V2 respectively. Okay. So calculate and get values of V1 and V2. Now let us look at the next question. If an electron is moving with a velocity of 104 meters per second perpendicular to the magnetic field of 5 Tesla, then the force on the electrons will be force equals to Q V cross B. It is Q V cross B can be written as, option is C. In the previous question, the answer is C. QVB sine theta. Theta is actually 90 degrees perpendicular. Q is 1.6 into 10 raised to the power minus 19. Velocity is 104 and field is 5. Get the answer. Get the answer. Yes. Yes, it is from Lorentz force. Correct. Now the last question for you all. A voltage and current equation in a circuit. All elements are connected in series. All the elements are connected in series. It is given to you. How are you going to calculate or find out that which elements are present in the circuit? It will be Vt by It by calculating the impedance and knowing the knowledge and having the knowledge of impedance. You can tell whether it is active means inductors are present or capacitors are present. Okay. In this case, what is Vt? It is 5 sine of omega t plus 10 degrees into 4 sine of omega t plus 60 degrees. You will see that it is a magnitude, some magnitude at a lag of minus 50 degree. My dear friends, impedance at a lag of minus 50 degree means that there should be capacitor as well as resistance. Okay, there should be capacitor as well as resistance in series. If it was a purely capacitive circuit, then it should be minus 90 degrees. Okay, so that was all in this session of today. Okay, thank you for joining Grade Up and hope to see you soon with more set of questions in the next session. Okay, thank you all. I hope that this session was interesting and you all enjoyed it. We will cover more questions in the coming sessions. Okay, thank you all and wish you all the best for your examinations. Thank you.